Hi everybody, I'm Joe Parker of the Pixel Depot. In this video, we're going to conduct an operating session on my shelf layout, the Grunge. This video is an edited version of the full session, leaving out many of the long runs and movements that I performed. To see the full session, click on the link in the upper right or in the description below. We start with our locomotive, Chassis Systems C&O GP7 5844, about to enter the alley to do some work. The crews drop their caboose a couple of blocks back so that they don't have to worry about it. In reality, the train is waiting on the 36-inch portable staging stick that I can attach to the layout for op sessions. This one was built by my friend Greg LeBlanc. To start work, the engineer hits the bell, blows the horn, and crosses the yet unnamed street. If you've got ideas for this street name, drop them in the comments below. Today's train has a load of can stock and an empty car to be delivered to American Can, a load of newsprint for the News Herald, and an empty 50-foot high-cube boxcar for the Whirlpool plant. For many of my viewers, prototypical operations are the goal of building a layout. In my first ops video for the Grunge, I showed you that you don't need to have a completed layout to have a satisfying operating session. Since that last ops video, there's been some additional work on the Grunge layout, including the construction of the tenement house, the addition of the Smith Sign Company building, and the installation of some scenery. So let's have some fun while showing off the new additions. The engineer pulls ahead until the last car is clear of the runaround turnout, then stops. And now the real work can begin. The conductor decouples the locomotive from the consist so that it can run around the train. For those that may not remember, the Grunge is a 15-inch by 90-inch portable shelf layout built on a base of gator foam. It's meant to represent a grungy alley in a heavy industrial urban setting. Now coupled onto the back of the train, the crew temporarily drops the load of newsprint for the News Herald on their spur. With that move complete, the crew now detaches the high-cube boxcar from the end of the train and drops that on the Whirlpool track temporarily. They need to blow the horn for the crossing since they need to come across the street to use the runaround. My videos are possible partially through the generosity of my Patreon subscribers. I hope you'll consider becoming a patron. To become a member and get some cool goodies as well, follow the link in the description. After dropping that car, the crew attaches back on to the front of the train and moves into the American Can spur. They'll pull the car full of finished cans from underneath the building and replace it with a car of can stock and an empty car that will once again be loaded with finished cans. Hey, check out that TPD boxcar. Those are some pretty cool reporting marks. The crew kills the bell while the conductor delivers some paperwork to the shipping receiving foreman. And then it's off to finish the job. They'll now run around the boxcar. Thanks for watching. If you're enjoying this video, why don't you go ahead and click the like button. While you're at it, you may as well click the subscribe button too. And also click the bell so you'll get notified when new content is available. First, they finished the delivery of paper to the News Herald by removing the empty boxcar and replacing it with the full Central Vermont car. They give the car that's been sitting there a bit of air before pulling it. They move the Quebec Central car out of the way, then deliver the CV car to the newspaper building. They'll run around and do a similar move at the Whirlpool plant. Leaving the Cotton Belt boxcar, the crew now returns to pick up the cars it had temporarily left behind. It pulls these 3 cars to the track behind the diner. The locomotive will then run light around the train so that it can pull the last 2 cars from the team track. If the crew left the cars right here, they wouldn't be able to clear the turnout at the other end, so they need to shove the train partway up the crossover track to get clearance. And once again, the Jeep runs around the train to get to the front. The crew once again pumps up the air on the train before heading back across the street to pick up their caboose, and then head back to the yard in the promise of a cold brew. And that wraps up our operating session. For more information on the Grunge and its construction, click on the links in the upper left. To watch an operations video from my main layout, the Monument City Terminal Division, click on the link at the bottom. I'm Joe Parker of the Pixel Depot. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll meet me next time in the train room.